And hi, Sophie. How are you doing today? And hello to everyone else. So I was thinking for a while, just breaking the streak I've had with The Sims 2 for a good while. Like, streak something else for the afternoon. I was just looking at my Steam library and sure if the audio's all good. Like, can anyone hear me? But yeah, was looking through my visual novel category. I saw like this team made some more of these like Toho visual novels. Like, I have not been in that territory like 3 years now. Like the last one I did was like the first half of Higurashi. So once again, I should probably actually do a proper start for this. By that I mean Outdoor Adventures with Marisa Kirisame by say their name. Sigyad team? I'll just say Sigvald team. And of course, read by yours truly, Gawayno. So yeah, have to adjust my webcam as always. Oh yeah. Other than that, let's get started. An ordinary day out here in the woods. The sun was shining, the gentle breeze of the forest felt nice on my face. I see. The cool, crisp air was nothing short of refreshing. There was one thing that stood out, something that made this day truly special. Marisa was here. Wait, there's actual voice acting? So I don't need to read Marisa's dialogue? Let's find out soon, you guys. Although she never told me exactly what she took me out here for, I had trusted her completely for the most part. Oh, it's just sound effects? Down real quick. Okay, so I'll just read Marisa's instead. Come on, don't tire out on me. I had to come a long way to get your butt down here. Oh, sure you aren't. Don't feel bad though, when you resolved as many incidents as I have, it's only natural to have an infinite amount of energy. I never get tired. I really wasn't that tired at all, but I couldn't help but play around with her. Marisa's reaction were simply adorable. Either way, we can stop here. I'm sure you know exactly what we're looking for. I had no idea what I was supposed to see, but I was sure Marisa couldn't resist telling me if I waited a short while. Although, if I had to guess... Wow, see? I knew I had the right idea bringing you along. That's right, we're going mushroom picking right now. Oh, come on, don't give me that look. It's only going to be a lot of fun. Mushroom picking wasn't exactly my idea of a fun time, but I'm down for anything as long as it's with Marisa. And hi, Mr. Necromorph, how are you doing today? What, the mic? I assume it should be fine. Doing good. Yeah, just want to make sure if everything's good on my end. I'll wait for another response. Yeah, because what's with the mic? Because I know it's all fine. At least on my end. You can use mushrooms for almost anything, from tasty food to powerful magic potions. A lot of echoes. You serious? Let me mute my mic real quick. Just at least all the audio, because I gotta make sure everything's okay. Huh. Hang on. Hello? Hello? Okay, I could hear the echo part. That most likely has to be with my... of my AC and fans. But I don't think it's too bad, personally. Let me see if I could move my mics a bit closer, see if it'll be a lot better. Unless... Okay. And hi, Hot Dog Man, how are you doing today? Alright, let me know if that's all good now. It's okay, Sophie. But for today, we're going to use them for food in a stew, to be precise. I'm sure they'll be tasty. You... I'm good myself. It will be. I can't even say it about that word. I may not look like it, but I can be a pretty good cook. I prepared some meals for Reimu, Sakuya, and the others at parties that absolutely knocked their socks off. Of course, I had some help. So yeah, I'm just basically reading a book today instead of playing like the game of life. Marisa is one of the few people in Gensokyo who has the ability to... Yeah, about that. Get along with everyone. I could listen to her stories about her adventures with friends for days. Oh, jeez. Obviously. Yeah, I told you guys it was a fan game. Yeah, indeed, Sophie. Indeed. Like, I know I get along with a lot of people just fine, but there are others that are obviously exceptions. So there's that. At any rate, what we're looking for is these kinds of mushrooms. It's basically a visual novel, you know, just reading a book. And I just narrated like some audiobook. There's another one coming up, so yeah. They're not poisonous for the most part. They don't affect your mind and senses for the most part. Jeez, and here I am thinking, if they're like, like a white mushroom, Wonder if it'll turn you... Yeah! Basic... I mean, feels like fan fiction material. And hi, Toxic, how are you doing tonight? Or today, I mean. Okay, so what was I gonna say? If it was a white mushroom, would it turn me into a giant, like, in Black and White? Where basically, if you feed your creatures white mushrooms, they'll keep growing. Alright, I'm doing good. Yeah, a lot of people are coming in today, Sophie. And they taste great. Yeah, indeed, Sophie, indeed. For the most part. If it was any other person, I wouldn't do this, but I think I can trust Marisa with this for the most part. Oh my god. Does anyone remember the book Holes or the movie adaptation of it with Shia LaBeouf? Because I know there was that guy, like, I'm literally thinking of this scene, like, where Stanley Yelnats, the fourth, I think that was his suffix, but I know he was introduced to Camp Green Lake, and one of the staff members kept saying, "You'll probably not die, usually," or this and that, usually. Yeah, same here, Sophie. And like I said, I watched the movie of it with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, indeed. Well, at any rate, I guess now is... Yeah, I think for me, that was like... God, I know it was around the time the movie was coming out. Let me check. Yeah, I was like in sixth grade when I read that. Maybe like 5th? I don't know. Let me check the release date of the movie, because it could have been that. April 11th. So yeah, I was in 5th grade technically when I read that. Oh, okay. That's awesome, Usagi. Alright. Well, at any rate, I guess now is any of a good time to teach you the basics of mushroom picking. Take a good look at the pattern. This is what we're looking for. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's at my parents' place, because I know I didn't bring it along to my place. But there's actually a species very similar to it that's so poisonous it'll knock you dead in one go. Second of all, you have to be very careful not to inhale the spores of certain kind of mushrooms. The side effects can range anywhere from death or even worse. Priapism? What is that? Third of all, you have to... I could tell this is going to take a while, but I did my best to listen. And... Oh, God! And finally, 100th of all, you have to cut certain kinds of mushroom open. Sounds about right, Mr. Necromorph. But because that could release their deadly toxins and kill you, or even worse, give you prep. Well, anyway, were you able to retain all that information I just told you? Of course, I totally did, Marisa. Oh, she pretty much said it for me. Ah, dang it. I should have told you this way before we got out like this. And I suppose it's my fault for not thinking this ahead. But you know, that's the kind of person I am. I couldn't help but smile. I wouldn't be here if she wasn't the person I like after all, regardless of how she could be. Dude, the first thing I would think, if she saw you, I'm pretty sure she would Master Spark you to oblivion. Or, for the Dragon Ball fans, Kamehameha, or whatever it's called. Yeah, to oblivion. Or, for Street Fighters, Hadouken you to oblivion. What is it? Now I'm curious, Hot Dog Man. Alright. Do what you gotta do, Sophie. Oh, I know. How about you leave the mushroom picking to me? And you could do, well, what kind of odd outdoorsy thing you like to do in the meantime? I'm mind racing one thing and one thing only. I thought it would have been something else. Like, really suggestive, but okay. Yeah, let's go fishing. No, seriously, what is that? Like, now I'm scared of Googling it. Oh, as soon as I said the holy word, Marisa's face brightened up with astounding relief. That's perfect, actually.
Okay.
Then it's settled. You take your time fishing. I'll go ahead and pick some mushroom for the stew. I didn't really want to be apart from Marisa, but they say that distance gives perspective. It's an awesome lake not far from here. It'll be perfect for fishing. Are you referring to the Misty Lake, Marisa? I seriously... Well, my curiosity has gotten the best of me, so I really want to know. I nodded, and with that we temporarily parted ways. I found the lake Marisa mentioned earlier, and I planted myself next to it. What is that, a Fubo Cheerno? Oh, God. I made sure to use only the best, most premium fishing... Yep! Fishing rod and lure for this occasion. I think it's probably best if you just say it in DM. My reaction will probably give it away for you guys. Just to play it safe, let me just save. At least the saving was really quick. I made use of the deafening silence by thinking about several quotes and philosophies related to fishing. A bad day can be made better with some fishing time. Fishing is not an escape from life, but often a deeper immersion to it. Nothing yet. Or fishing philosophies for me, I guess. Trust me, fishing is a lot more than casting a hook in the water. A day without fishing probably wouldn't kill me, but why risk it? It doesn't matter if the rod is or isn't bent. Time spent fishing is time well spent. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, Jesus Christ! So, is that kind of dysfunction? Good grief. Oh, man. You know, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even fazed by that, to be honest. Like, I know what that kind of dysfunction is. Like, you have to go to a doctor for that, too. Still nothing. I still have a few more quotes. Men go fishing their entire lives without realizing it's not the fish they're after. Do I really need to read that? How could they not be attracted to this premium lure I spent $200 on? You mean like something like, what was it, 20,000 yen? To translate this to like Japanese yen, let me check. USD to yen. Oh god, this is interesting so far. Yep, no wait, I was off. It's 590 yen. So estimate like 26.6k yen. As I gradually calmed down, I heard some gentle footstep trotting through the grassy area behind me. To my pleasant surprise, it was none other than Marisa Kirisame. What'd I say? I'm back! Let me just plant myself here. Is there a way to remove the HUD? Yes, overwrite please. It's not like I'm gonna replay this. I'm just playing this once. What did I just do? Okay, there we go. Well, it's a good thing I saved because I accidentally pressed screen, which I thought would translate to, Oh, wait. It's back. Never mind. Marisa. I managed to safely get a ton of mushrooms for the stew. What about you? Catch any fish yet? Though I gotta tell you, there's nothing quite like the taste of fresh fish. So, did you catch any fish? I didn't catch any at all. In any case, honesty was the best policy. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Wow, really? Close. There we go. Actually wanted a screenshot of that. Well, I do appreciate the upfront honesty about it. Still, you've been at it for a while. You didn't catch any? He gave a bit of a ashamed look to Marisa and nodded in acknowledgement. You're called a boot and Wakasaki Hime. Jeez, imagine catching a mermaid. Oh god, now the song Under the Sea by Disney is coming to mind. Maybe it's your equipment? No way, it couldn't be my equipment. Nevertheless, it showed Marisa 100% authentic premium. Or I showed Marisa my 100% authentic premium fishing rod and lure. Whoa, no way! I don't see how this is possible. This kind of equipment, it should practically be showing up at your door. This kind of equipment is practically a fish magnet. It was nice to have Marisa reassure me. I guess she knows a thing or two about fishing herself. And I know for a fact there's fish in that lake. And I could tell she was on to something. This can only mean one thing. Her face grew more serious by the second. What could it be? There's a yokai in the river. That music, though. It must be the reason the fish weren't coming to your rod. Perhaps it was planning to attack soon. Although common sense would dictate that it would have attacked you by now while I was gone. Thankfully, we're in Gensokyo where common sense doesn't apply. You don't say, Marisa. I think the only thing that exists in Gensokyo is this one major brawl. You know, Jerry. Get it? Marisa suddenly got up and started preparing what I could only assume was her signature move. Probably, yeah. We can't risk it. If there's a yokai in the river, your life is in danger and I have to eliminate it at all costs. Stand back, I'm gonna blow this. Oh my god. There we go, our traditional Toho moment. We'll blow this river to Kingdom Come. I knew Marisa was about to get serious. I found the nearest tree and behind her and made a beeline towards it. I'll show you what happens to yokai who even think about harming my friends. Danmaku is all about firepower. Master. Yeah! Well, I see a fish in the background. What followed after this was a beautiful display of power and beauty shown right before my eyes. Oh my god, you know, like, I know there's like a process for permissions and all that. Like, I could literally just make a visual novel. Just imagining myself with Moko. Because this is what this visual novel gives me the impression. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I'm having a good time. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming this. I would have just switched to the Sims 2. I gotta see what happens next, you guys. They have a front view of something So splendid and mighty, I could not be more grateful. Marisa's Master Spark. I thought that beam would be a lot larger than that. Echoed throughout the forest, the ground shaking as it interrupted from her mini Hakero? I could not take my eyes away. If there was ever a yokai in that river, it would surely be long dead about now. Oh, you just massacred all those fishes, Marisa! Oh, jeez. The fish in the river started floating up, slowly but surely, one by one. Now we'll surely have enough food for the night. Oh boy, the sun is setting rather quickly. And you know, right now, this is how I'm feeling. Just hang on a sec. Let me tap out so I don't mess with anything. This is actually how I'm feeling right now, just watching this or just reading this. In terms of something like this, it's a lot better than Azure Lane's Crosswave ending. That's for certain. Like, that ending really dragged on as well. Come on, my house is not too far from here. Leave it there. What do you mean, Usagi? We can set the mushroom and fish down there. Mushroom and fish stew doesn't sound the most appealing to me, but I had complete faith in Marisa. That said, the view to her house was quite lovely. You know, my place is actually a magic shop. I recall Marisa talking about her house earlier. Oh, okay. Okay, Usagi. Let me know when to put it down, or just change it back. I recall Marisa talking about her house earlier. I feel like the story about 7 guns. Yeah. A few days ago, I'm kind of curious what's inside of it. I'll admit, it has seen better days though. But those spider cobwebs do make for a good potion or two. Then again, maybe not. Just kidding on about that part, maybe. Still though, I bet you're wondering what's inside of my house. Go ahead, take a wild guess and ask me. I proceed to pull some completely wild guesses what could be in her house. Pet rocket? Oh yeah, the pet rocket from Phantasmagoria of Dimensional Dream. I remember that. Vengeful Spirit, I know that's referring to Mima. And that's Reimu's pet. So let's go with Pet Rocket. Whoa! Wow, I was kind of joking when I said that. How did you come up with a guess like that? Well, let's just say I can't confirm or deny the existence of a talking rocket in the back of my house. Marisa has her charm. Either way, I bet you're super curious about what's in my house now. I sure am. Who knows? That would make an interesting scenario, to be honest, for another Toho game. It sounds like there's always something new to find there. So I wouldn't mind coming over. Oh, really now? Oh. Well, you're really gonna have to charm me tonight if you want to see more of what's inside. As she concluded the conversation, we held hands and slowly walked towards. Yeah, enjoying the view of the forest all the time. The cool breeze felt amazing, and the evening view was made even better because Marisa was in front of it. We took our time to admire the scenery and very slowly approach our destination. By the time we reached Marisa's house, it had gotten quite dark. close. That's what it is. We decided to make a cozy campfire to spend the night together. Okina? Managed to gather some twigs, and Marisa proceeded to use her mini Akero to light them up. We huddled around the campfire. Perhaps it was due to the ambience, but things suddenly got more intimate. Oh my! So, quite a day, huh? I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun too. I could tell. You know, they say that you're only as strong as your weakest link. I didn't quite get that. Like, the name Okina sounds familiar. Let me look this up. Oh yeah, the Throne Girl. That's it. Yeah. Forgot to mention, I really haven't paid too much attention to the recent games, so I'm not on familiar territory right now. Same is true when you're out with another person. You only get to have as much fun as they are. I don't think I could disagree with that. If Marisa have any fun, then I wouldn't have either. You know, for me, it's essential I go out and do these kinds of activities with the people I care about. I always have to live in the moment and not worry about my past or future. Because if I don't live in the moment, my mind will sometimes race towards my past. Oh man, I could relate to that, Marisa. Things were about to get serious without saying a word. I did my best to show my support for her. And I'm not a huge fan of my past. I'm just reminded of my past life with my father. I ran away from home, you know? It's funny how I can get along with everyone in Gensokyo. Yokai, human ghosts, Aoni, vengeful spirits. Oh, it was one of the sages like Yukari. She stayed hidden all the time besides showing herself. Ah, that makes sense, that makes sense. I think she was also an extra stage boss as well, not just a final boss too. But my father was the one person I couldn't get along with. My father and I got into a ton of arguments. He didn't like how I practiced magic. My mom always took his side. It's a bit more serious, Usagi, so I'm gonna put the happy face down. I'm sorry. I think this would be a lot more appropriate. It got to the point where one day he would say things like, "It's either of us or the magic." I made my decision for him. The next day I got whatever I could grab and ran away without looking back. I still wouldn't change a thing, but it's still not easy to have done that, you know? What, the sad face I make? Like I said, this is always how I feel whenever I think of Liberty Prime's death. From Fallout 3, of course. I guess I try to cope for my broken childhood by going on these grand adventures. You know, partying out with friends and resolving incidents. And I bet my grand Damaku firepower is just me compensating. In this moment, I knew exactly what to say. Oh man, this is a tough decision. I'd say that, because everyone could change for the better as well. Well, mostly everyone. You're robbed of a decent childhood, and I'm sorry about that, but you don't have to be defined by your past, nor do you have to be afraid of it. It doesn't define you, but it shapes you into an amazing person you are today. Your friends here in Gensokyo couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more proud of you. As I finished my little speech, Marisa's eyes brightened up and her sweet smile glistened before my eyes. Wow! Thank you. I've only ever mentioned this stuff with a few people before. So thank you for listening to me, especially for being supportive like that. You didn't have to. Anything for you? See, I gotta check the stream real quick. Oh man, you're so sweet. I ought to return the favor though. Is there anything about yourself that you want to tell me all about? It can be anything at all. I'm all ears and ready to support you. Type to whatever you want her to know, then press enter. Oh, okay. Oh man, I do it for laughs. With the T. Yeah. Yeah, just for fun. See how she'll react to this. Because, I mean, it's building up to this. Is that so? Well, thank you for sharing that with me. Funny that you mentioned that because Marisa and I proceeded to talk for hours upon hours about our lives and problem. We really connected. So didn't do anything. From then on, there was no doubt in my mind she was the one for me. We have completely lost track of time because the next thing I knew, I was dozing off right on the grass, staring at the sky. Last thing I remember before going into a deep slumber would be Marisa's warm, gentle face staring deep into my soul, as if to protect me. Oh man. Suddenly I would find myself in a strange place. Yeah, probably. When I came to, it was hard to believe what I was seeing. The best way I could describe it, it was the border between the dream world and the real world. It was so tranquil. It didn't feel real, but at the same time, that's exactly what made it so real in the first place. Thankfully, Marisa was already there to comfort me. Hey, you probably have a few questions about this place, but I think the less you know about this place, the better it helps. But sorry about that, the better. It helps with the atmosphere. She was right. Some things are best left to the imagination. This was one of them. This can mean a lot of things, but let's not overthink this place. We're here to sit back and relax. I'm here for as long as you want me to be here. As you may know, this place serves as a gap of sorts between the outside world, the dream world, and even Gensokyo itself. As such, we're able to receive a certain messages, you could say, from the outside world. Let's take a look at them right now, shall we? Whoa, this is really good. What, so are we showing fan art? Or something? Marisa read my mind. I want a marshmallow. I would totally use my Hakero to light a marshmallow like that. You know, I got the thing from a guy I've known since I was a kid. He's a half yokai who runs a shop somewhere around here. You mean Rinosuke? Huh, good to know. Maybe I'll stop by and say hi soon. This piece was done by Emerald Kitty on Twitter. Very cool. Yeah, if you guys want to check out his or hers Twitter, there you go. Oh, looks like there's more. What is this? Whoa, I like this one a lot. Looks like Marisa is getting ready for hiking. I guess flying at the top of the mountain is no fun. But I wonder, why do I look so mad? I bet you had something to do with it. What What did I do to make this hypothetical Marisa angry? I was a little late. I figured if she was mad, I probably showed up late. Being tardy always irritates people. And schools as well. You know, with the amount, like, with some of the toxic side of Toho I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised to tell you the truth. I suppose that's true. Though if you were only a little late, I forgive you. Well, either way, we should definitely go hiking sometime, just you and me. It'll be fun. I couldn't agree more. This piece was done by Flanella on Twitter. Very, very cool. You know, I just can't help but call it Twitter. For some reason. Oh, looks like we got an... Ah! Oh, wow. I'm sitting on a log. Marisa is sitting on a log. What will she do? Look, there's an empty log next to me. Come sit here. That sounds like a wonderful idea. This piece was done by Obohead64 on Twitter. Very cool. Well, that's all of that. You can either stay here with me or wake up the next day. Carefully listened to Marisa and took all the time I needed to make my next choice. Need a bit more time? No worries, take all the time you need. When you're ready, just let me know. Oh, alright. I'm sure that your next day is going to be absolutely wonderful. I'll make sure of it. Suddenly, I felt myself being pulled away into the dream world.
Oh my.
I think just myself saying, oh my, wouldn't do justice, so I let George Takei do it. And back into reality. It's still pretty cute, though. I don't know, I just always find George Takei is like, oh my, always entertaining to hear. I mean, I'm not a Trekkie and all that, I'm more of a Star Wars guy, but yeah, I do enjoy me some... just hearing George Takei saying, oh my. Anyway, I'll turn on the lights real quick. Sorry about that. I noticed, yeah, someone told me when I was getting my model ready for, you know, for my debut and all that. They told me that lighting is pretty important for VTube Studio as well. And I noticed my model did look a bit stiff, so obviously I forgot to turn on the lights. When I woke up, I found myself being held by Marisa's tight, warm embrace. Like a dream come true! I wanted this moment to last forever, so I did my best not to wake her up. This piece would be short-lived, though, because I would soon witness a very startled Marisa wake up before me. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no, I completely forgot. The mushroom and fish stew, I forgot to cook it. It's completely ruined now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted this to be good. Never got to try my wonderful cooking. I had to do my best to cheer her up. There's always next time. Oh, you think so? Oh yeah, there's always next time, Marisa. Suddenly, Marisa pepped up right away and proceeded to bolt to her door. I guess I'll see you later, eh? I had a really good time with you, but all good things must come to an end. Yeah, unfortunately. Who am I kidding? Just come on in already. And with that, it was clear as day and night that Marisa and I truly had something special together. The end. Oh, man, that was a pretty nice read, you guys. Not gonna lie there. Yeah, hopefully you had fun with this. Now we have another one to read. And it's called... CBT with Yuuka Kazami. I swear to God, like, every time I read that, I'm always thinking of, like, closed beta testing. Like, no joke. Alright. References, full screen. I think the best way to say it was probably us, the player. Because, like I said, this sounds like a little fantasy for the player and all that. For those who like, really like Marisa. I'm not gonna lie, though, that's a pretty good, imitation of Zun's art. I will say that. Yeah, so there are 2 games I could play in this. Closed beta testing with Yuuka Kazami, and getting help with Patchouli knowledge. Obviously, let's start this first. You see what I mean? The player character. You walk along the way to the forest and search for the field of sunflowers. After some time, you come across the sunflower garden. You meet the person you're looking for. Ah, I see. Well, this is the voice I did for Yuuka in my Phantasmagoria Flower View playthrough.
Hey, that's as far as you go. I really don't want you stepping on these sunflowers. You'll hurt the poor tortured soul.
It's gonna happen a lot.
That live inside them. Haha, just kidding. Mostly, I'm...
Hang on a sec, you guys.
I'm Yuuka Kazami. You must be here for the CBT session. I mostly just keep to myself and enjoy the company of all flowers all year around.
Because honestly, yeah, that's literally the... How can I say it? Because with how creepy Yuuka was in Phantasmagoria Flower View, that's the best voice that could come up for her.
But I figured it can't be learn more about humans and how their minds worked. So I picked up a psychology book that the half yokai
Rinosuke?
shop owner had lying around in this store. It was there I learned about cognitive behavioral therapy. It seemed pretty useful and I couldn't help but want to share it with a few humans. And here we are. So glad you could make it. Really glad you could make it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know about the Seiho games.
Real glad. Anyway, it's so nice of you to join me. The human mind, it's complex and deep. It's amazing. But at the same time, it's quite irrational, downright absurd at some points. Our brain is ultimately trying to protect itself.
Thanks. Yeah, I noticed I sound like some guy with... It sounds like someone with throat cancer as well, or... You know, like throat problems, just from too much smoking, let's say.
But sometimes it overreacts to things that aren't viable threats to our safety and well-being. These irrational thoughts can cause a slew of problems to our mental health. That's where cognitive behavioral therapy comes in. Essentially, cognitive behavioral therapy is using logic based on strategies to help alleviate symptoms of poor mental health. Our problems come from irrationality, so it's only natural that grounding ourselves in logic and reason can help us live better.
Whew. Sorry about that. Need a breather just from doing that voice. Because I've had moments where I was coughing throughout doing this. Whew. A quick drink of water. Good old Ice Mountain, you guys. Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Like, I wouldn't have done it otherwise, like now.
We can't change how we feel, but we certainly change how we react. And by changing how we react, we can eventually change how we feel. It becomes a full circle, just like nature itself. Kinda beautiful when you think about it that way. With cognitive behavioral therapy, you can take some steps to finally reclaim your true self. With that said, this is different from simply giving you advice. These are actual activities you have to try multiple times to see results.
And of course, I forgot to change the title. There we go, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy with Yuuka Kazami.
That said, this is different from simply giving you advice. These are actual activities that you have to try multiple times to see results. But you wouldn't have come all this way to not put at least some effort in, right? It wouldn't be very nice to waste your time here. Or my time. Wouldn't be nice at all. That said, let's begin the first lesson. This one is about negative or inaccurate thinking. In life, some things do not go our way. Naturally, this is perfectly normal and bound to happen eventually. However, sometimes we think of the worst possible things as a result of when the unexpected occurs.
You know, I will say, in all my life, I could never see Yuuka teaching us something like this. A major creep like her.
Worst possible things as a result of when the unexpected occurs. As a result, we develop certain lines of thinking that are not in line with reality. To combat this, we need to simply need to challenge these overblown thoughts with reality. For example, let's say you said hi to a friend you saw across a hall or a street, but oh no, they seemingly completely ignored you.
You know, the last time I saw an old friend of mine, like from grade school, we were just happy to see each other again and exchange our numbers. And played a bit of Skylanders too. So there's that.
Now tell me, what is the reason for this? What comes to your mind when something like this happens?
Oh jeez. Mad at me over something I did. That's usually, I don't know, for me, like when that happens, that's usually my first assumption. And you were went to a really bad college in terms of the student base, there's that.
Ha! It's only natural to think that way at first. Well, as you have just demonstrated, it's easy to jump to a conclusion and think it must be our fault when something like this happens.
Yeah, I could just press spacebar throughout.
However, this is mostly an emotional side talking to us this way. We have not yet challenged it with logic. Now, I will demonstrate some more logical grounds as to why your friend might have ignored you. They could have just been busy with something that took up all of their attention.
I could see that, to be honest.
My thought, it was a stranger calling someone else. They could have been dealing with something serious, or your voice was drowned out. They simply didn't hear you. See? Isn't that better? Don't you find it much more likely that they just didn't hear you then?
Tell me about it.
Them hating you over something you're not even sure would have made them upset? Next time you think of such negative thoughts, try countering it with logic. Instead of thinking they just walked past me because they hate me, try something more logical, such as, they were probably busy with something they simply didn't hear.
Why do you say that? I'm enjoying this.
Of course, it wouldn't just apply to just friends. It could apply to anything. For instance, I myself particularly have any close friends. I simply worry about some things. When I go flower gazing, a thought will pop in my mind. I'll think, oh no, what if someone interrupts my gazing and ruins the flowers I enjoy so much? But then I go, don't worry. The moment he so much as creases these flowers, I'll slowly turn it.
Wow. I had a feeling Yuuka would say something like that.
Turn him inside out with my pinky finger and make his family watch. And I just feel so much better afterwards.
Sorry about that. that was actually on purpose. Okay.
Oh, but such a thing doesn't really relate to you. Here's one. Let's say you want to go to the doctor, but you're scared of needles and seriously don't want to get injured.
I mean, who doesn't? Yeah, I had a feeling she'll be a major creep. Hopefully it'll be a lot better with Patchouli. I'll tell you guys that.
Once again, just challenge you with logic. Counters it's with something like, she's a trained professional who has done this countless times. The chance of doing anything going seriously wrong are extremely low. Now I hope you get the general idea. Overall, if you have any negative thoughts that are causing you unease, be sure to try and challenge them with logic-based thoughts.
Better make a run for it while I can.
Oh, I wouldn't try to have grand arguments with yourself in the head. Just simply address the thoughts. And remember, you don't have to entirely believe what you counter it with. The important thing is to just respond in an appropriate manner. Well, that concludes our first lesson. Now, on to the next lesson. This one is about thought journals. Thought journals are used of writing down your negative feelings and identifying patterns of harmful and often logical thinking, then challenging those lines with thinking with more helpful, balanced, logical thoughts. First, you write out what exactly is causing you stress and why. Be as specific as you can. Write down what you're feeling. You can even note the intensity of how you feel. Then, when you have written it out, identify the portions of irrational thinking present in what you have written. Finally, after you identify the irrational portions, change them with more healthy, balanced thoughts that are based on logic.
Sorry about that. Now, that one wasn't intentional. Oh, man.
This is not helpful only because you're challenging your beliefs again, but also because writing down your thoughts allowed you to give them a whole new perspective that could help you cope better. Now the tricky part is identifying what exactly you wrote down that's irrational. I think it's best if I gave you an example of a proper thought journal entry looks like. Take a look at this. I I tailor-made it for a common situation humans face.
Oh, let me take a look at this. If I can. Oh, let me see. That's personal. Oh my god, Yuuka!
And with that, you should have an understanding of what a thought journal is and how to use it. It involves more effort, but it can be more helpful. That's generally what you have to put in when it comes to more extensive therapy. On to the final lesson.
Well, thank God for that, you guys.
This one is called belief experimentation. This one is a step further from what you learned so far. This is one of the most powerful CBT strategies you can learn. As the name implies.
Oh. At least I'm almost there, you guys. Thank God.
Is when you act out on something that you think may cause you distress, and then noting what actually happened when you acted it out. Our negative feelings are not based on reality. Acting them out and noting what happened is one of the best ways you can ease troubles. This is because more often than not, what actually transpired doesn't match with what we thought would happen in our minds. Now to get started, first, start by writing down the experiments you're going to do that's based on your troubles. Then, write it down what you think is going to happen. Next, perform your experiments, whatever that may be. Then you write it down. My mom.
Or how about this? My mom! Sorry, that was my poor Muscle Man impression. From Regular Show. That's also a good cartoon.
Then you write it down. What actually ended up happening and what you learned from it. Was it bad as you thought it was? Was it a positive or negative outcome? You'll be doing this again in the future? Did it ease your troubles? Just like the thought journal. Reflection is key.
Glad to hear it.
I know. I'll perform a belief experimentation on myself. I already finished some of it anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it did have a season finale anyway, so it makes sense. But I know there's an Adult Swim version of Regular Show now, made by J.G. Quintel too. It's a bit different, but it gives me major Regular Show vibe. But actually for adults rather than kids and adults.
Here goes. Experiment. I shall give CBT lessons to a human. Prediction. The human would end up wasting my...
I knew it! Oh god, what will we do without you, Yuuka?
The human will end up wasting my time. Because I believe humans to be weak and disappointing. Outcome. I guess now is as good as any time to show you my new spell guide.
Oh, that is so cute, Yuuka.
Now then, where were we? Alright, we're just seeing you? We were just seeing if you were really wasting my time or not. Let me quiz you on some of the things we learned today.
Why are you holding me a gun? Like, why are you pointing that gun at me, Yuuka? Seriously.
If you get it right, that means you have indeed been listening and therefore have not been wasting my time, thus proving that things aren't so bad after all. Guess it's wrong and well, you'll just be confirming what I knew, but that's okay. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. Now on to the first question. Let's start with something basic. What does CBT stand for?
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Good. Now for the next question. This cognitive thought journal.
I love you. Oh my god! Could they make the answers any more obvious?
Very nice. On to the last question. What is the belief experiment? Come now. I was never going to hurt you.
Dude! Hang on, you guys. I think oversimplified could do it better justice. My reaction. Overdone? Right?
Dude. Uncool.
There we go. Yeah, but with some of the things he's been saying, like, just gonna say with our president, I don't agree with him. That's all I could say, but still entertaining stuff, though.
I just like to have fun and toy around with you. They're so unique. Sometimes I just mess around with them. Other times they turn into fertilizers
Oh, God.
for the sunflowers. Mostly kidding with that one.
Sure.
Anyways, let's take the thought experiment from the top now, shall we? Experiment. I shall give CBT lessons to a human. Prediction. The human will end up with... Prediction did not come true. The human listened to me attentively, answered every question thoroughly, exceeded my expectation, and thoroughly entertained me. Reflection. Humans can be a wonderful source of entertainment. I shall hang out with them more. Particularly this human right here.
I'm not even human, though. Just like some ghost or something, you could say. I'm a ghostly wizard.
Oh, I guess this goes without saying, but when you feel scared or frightened, always remember the happy times in your life. Good memories can save your life, as they say. Well, that concludes the lessons. Try out whatever method works for you whenever you need it.
You good, Firefox?
Make use of what I taught you today. I mean it. Said, I had a really good time today. Thank you. Free to come back anytime if you need a refresher. I hope to see you soon. I better see you soon. Well, take care now.
I'm good on that. Wonder what happens here. I think it's best not to know. At least for me. And I'm pretty sure there are some YouTubers who've done this game anyways. This was just my take. Let's go with something better, hopefully, with getting help with Patchouli knowledge. Oh. Alright. We'll read through this. And then I'll sign off and we'll rate someone. After making your way into the mansion, you wander aimlessly around the library, looking for a person who might be able to help you. After a while, you find the person you're looking for and greet her. Okay, that is cute. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'd imagine you didn't have too much trouble getting here. Yeah, I gotta move my mic closer so you guys could hear me. Given how rather easy it is to get past our mansion gates, normally I'd fry intruders to a crisp
but I don't have sense one shred of danger from your aura.
Yep.
And that look on your face, you seem like you need help. I'm Patchouli Knowledge. What brings you here? Oh, you're perfect timing. I've actually
Aww.
been looking for you. Thanks for showing up. I have a story to tell you. The story is 100% true. None of it has been made up. Just for you. I'm going to use the full extent of what I've learned during my reading. It dates back to a long time ago, so get comfortable. This may take a while. Ahem. Long ago, even before Remelia and I were born, the people told rumors of a sacred object that would give you the entire world. If you had this sacred artifact, you would have the power beyond your wildest dreams.
Probably.
As long as you had it, you would have the heart of a lion, the strength of 100 men, the cunning of a snake, and the speed of a...
What? I thought it was leopard, not... Yeah.
However, it became apparent that only those with pure and noble heart could use it. For that reason, this sacred artifact is the reason behind the rise and fall of many civilizations throughout history.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta find myself a Fumo Cheerno. Well, I better go on Amazon and find one, so the world could be mine. Alright.
It originated when...
Oh, come on, man, with the typos.
when the artifact stood on top of a rock on the hill somewhere in ancient Britannia. But no man or woman was able to take it off the stone until one boy named Charles. Oh, wait, it wasn't Charles. It was... right.
I didn't think Julius Caesar would have a Fumo Cheerno. Oh my god.
It was none other than Kaiser. And when Kaiser took the Fumo out of the stone, he was in complete awe over his newfound strength.
Yeah, too bad he got stabbed to death by the Ides of March. By Brutus and some other people.
Eto Brutus. And when Kaiser took the Fumo out of the stone, he was in complete awe over his newfound strength. He personally treaded over 200,000 miles. Wait, 200,000 miles back to Rome? Okay, I don't know what ancient Britannia is, but let's go with like something like England to, well, let's say London to Rome. No, that's actually 1,144.5 miles from London to Rome. I guess I didn't think someone was gonna look it up. He then built up the entire Roman Empire from the ground up with his bare hand.
Yeah, did it take a day to build Rome? And I thought it was just a group of farmers that founded Rome as well. At least that started as a farming community that expanded to its city. At least that's what the intro to Kaiser 3 tells me. Probably. I guess that makes sense.
Sacred artifact laid on top of it as a true testament to its power.
Dude, like this game, I'm just saying, like, you're literally talking to a guy who's a major history buff right here. Like, I know a lot about, like, Roman history and all that. Not all of Roman history, but a lot of it. Yeah. But alas, he went mad with power and abused his position. He became more cruel than he was merciful. Etto brute. The Ides are March and the death of Caesar. Probably. Everyone revolted against the cruel emperor. At the last moment, when he needed it, the sacred artifact vanished before his very eyes. Okay, this one is really stupid, I will say that. Like, stupid in a good way. I wouldn't be laughing otherwise. Kaiser was killed by his own people. Overnight, every single Roman city collapsed and crumbled. I thought that was like hundreds of years later. Like destroyed by the Huns. And other barbarians. That would become like, evolve into nations like Germany, England, France, Spain. Though I know in Greece it was still Western Roman Empire at that point, but they later renamed themselves the Byzantine Empire. Or Byzantium. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough history for now. What I meant to show you is... Surprise! Happy birthday! We heard the news and decided we should all come. Dude, it's not even my birthday, like, not until, like, 7/14... 17... And not until like 20 days or yeah, my birthday is on August 30th for the curious. Happy birthday. How old are you now? 18, 19, 20, 25?
It doesn't matter, you look cute enough to be chopped up into 30 pieces and eaten. Indeed, maybe I can cook you up and feed the mistresses while we're at it.
It would make a rather nice snack. Just kidding.
Oh, we were, darn it. I was getting excited for a second there.
Anyways, Patchouli, I believe you have something for our special guest.
That's right, it wouldn't be much of a birthday without a present.
Of course. It's about a legendary artifact I was talking about earlier. It was found on the border of Gensoki, and we managed to procure it through typo, slightly questionable means. Here you go, King. Aw, thanks, Patchouli. With this, as long as you have a noble heart, there's nothing you won't be able to do. It's yours now. Just accept it. As soon as you touch it, disappear. Well, look at that. The human became one with it.
I've never seen anything like it.
One more thing, human. It's a request from all of us. That's right, we do care about you and your well-being.
Indeed, that's why.
We want... We want you to promise us that you'll never stop getting better. That you'll never stop getting better. And if you ever feel down again, please don't hesitate to see me again.
Or me. I promise I won't hurt you, for the most part.
Well, time to celebrate. I'll bring the cake. I'll get Koakuma to fetch this drink.
Then I'll stay here with the human in the meantime.
Don't get too excited. What? Excited now, Yuuka.
Can't promise you that.
Hopefully Yuuka will behave yourself while the others are gone. Hopefully. Well, that was certainly interesting. Oh my god. Alright, I think I have enough time. I could do one more game for today. I think there was... No way, I also gotta do the DLC, never mind. Personally, I'm gonna save it for Christmas because there's like a few Sakuya games and one of them is a Christmas game, so might be a bit more appropriate if I play them all together. Yeah. But yeah, that concludes Outdoor Adventures with Marisa Kirisame and Cognitive Behavioral Therapy with Yuuka Kazami and getting help with Patchouli knowledge, you guys. So yeah, I'll be back with some more Power Wash Simulator. I felt like I wanted to take a break from The Sims 2 today and wanted to play something else. And like I said in the post, I love The Sims 2 to death, but I feel like I need to play something else in the meantime, like again. Yeah, it was Sophie. Like StarCraft 2 co-op with Ellen, for example. Or even Deep Rock Galactic with Easties. Really miss streaming that with those guys. And hanging out with them in VR chat as well. But anyway, yeah. I'm glad to hear it, Mr. Necromorph. So yeah. Power Wash Sim tonight? I'll be back with some Sims 2, yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully I don't lose my voice tomorrow. Let's see, who can I raid? Well, since they were playing The Sims 2 one time, I might as well go with this. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon, you guys. See you soon.